Welcome back, everybody, to WCG 2019 Grand Finals here in Xi'an. We got some more Dota 2 action coming your way. We're here on Tournament Zone 2, I believe. Got my lovely co-caster Danog here. We have another game coming up. What do we have on the docket, Danog?
We have Cignal Ultra coming up against Team Germany. I believe Cignal are sitting 3-3 at the moment.
Okay, so this is their last game.
This is their last game. Team Germany, I believe, are 2-3. So they got.
So they have a little bit of wiggle room, actually.
Yeah,
and they could.
I think they have to play Black Sheep as well. That's
so if they win, then they could tie Hippomaniacs.
Yes, and same with Cignal. If they win, they would also tie Hippomaniacs. I'm not sure about the head-to-head result between all those teams, but we'll have to see. It's definitely do or die, at least for Team Germany, as we get into the draft here.
And we got some chat wheels going already. I mean, out of the gate, I'm favoring Team Germany. They have their banners working. Cignal Ultra couldn't quite figure that out.
No, not quite. But what are your thoughts on this Treant ban? I've seen it a couple of times, but is Tree really that good of a hero at this point? Like, what does it do?
Okay, so my
10 seconds remaining.
My main philosophy about Treant is that it's a good hero to pick where if your team has the default win in the late game.
Right.
Because like I guess the thing for me, the biggest thing that I look at Treant is living armor is, and I hate to like echo Kyle a little bit here, but it's the one ability that you can use to heal structures. It's a mechanic that no other hero really has. Other than Omni Knight, and like there's a few little examples, but
and like Crimson protects them for a little bit.
But being able to heal them back up to full after an attempted push is a really unique mechanic to Treant Protector. And I think that if you're in a game where your team just wins by default, if you hold on until the late game, like past 40 minutes, I think Treant can be amazing. I was personally a big Treant hater a couple of patches ago. I really thought that the hero was super useless. If I saw somebody picking it in a pub game, I'd be like, what the heck are you doing? I feel like you're throwing the game. But we're getting to the point where I think it is starting to see a little bit more play. And it's just, the meta is becoming a little bit more teamfight focused. So I think that also plays
the mass
into
root is really useful.
Yeah, against a lot of the carries that are meta as well, especially.
And it's one of those things, as you said, as it gets to the late game, it is really useful just being able to completely nullify any attempted push that didn't completely take out any sort of structure. But then early on as well, I feel like the living armor, even just for the one value point, it can be quite decent just because everyone's damage that they're dealing out and all their health pools are so much lower, so it actually has much more of a...
It messes with your mental math as well, right? You're like, when you're going for a gank, you're always you're gonna check their inventory, you're gonna look for fairy fires, you're gonna look for stick charges, bottle sips, that kind of stuff. You're not always going to be thinking about the living armor because Treant doesn't necessarily always get it either. Like sometimes you see people prioritizing the laning build a little bit more, and you might not necessarily know what level it is. Like how are we playing around a level 2 living armor or level 3 living armor? And it just makes life that little bit harder.
And the fact that he's like not a super picked hero as well, so it's not constantly at the front of your mind.
And so first overall pick Sand King for Cignal.
I don't think we've seen a Sand King yet, at least with us watching it.
No, he hasn't been. This is a hero that fell off the map so quickly. It feels like he came and went.
Well, he was nowhere, and then he burst onto the scene
and became the most picked offlaner of a
couple of mages or just one.
Yep. And okay, we got Grimstroke Wraith King. This is a pretty well-known combo. Cignal looking like they're just going for the maybe Sand King Lina dual lane or keeping the flex open as well.
I really feel like this is a Lina dual lane.
Position 4. Because I love this dual lane, actually.
Yeah, especially like Lina or Leshrac. It just makes their stun combo like a monkey could do it. Like a brain-dead person could do it, right?
Yeah.
You could put it in front of anyone.
Yeah, it's really, really simple.
It's just really easy.
When you see Sand King stuns him, you stun him.
You stun him. It's always
and then you do a bunch of damage. And Sand King as well, people are prioritizing the Sandstorm build a little bit more, which does decent damage if you can keep them in the Sandstorm. So you don't have your own stun really doing it, but when you've got your teammate also providing some more stun and some additional damage, I think
it's good against the Wraith King as well, though, right? Like the skeletons, he has no control over them, so
for sure
they're always just going to be running forward. You get the caustic.
They have less
off
health
them as well.
now as well. So.
Yeah, pretty handy. Grimstroke can do some damage through the Sandstorm, though, if you can pick him out. Probably not the best, though.
Dragon Knight's an interesting ban. That hero is not very popular. I'm a big DK believer, to be honest. I think he's like is not hard to deal with on the mid lane, but he doesn't really lose very many mid lane matchups. He's got guaranteed tower taking.
Though?
I think so.
Yeah.
In my mind, I think the trick is that you have to read the game properly as DK. Like sometimes I see people just go too early game, like they just rush a blink and then they don't scale.
Yeah.
And other games I see people try and aim too late game and they don't realize that they have early game opportunities. I think DK is one of the, because his skills are kind of boring, he's actually a more interesting hero to itemize because you do have a few different item builds. You can build Midas, you can build Maelstrom, you can build Radiance, you can build Blink, you can build Armlet, you can build Shadow Blade, and knowing exactly which items are the right call for that game, I think is really difficult. So
He still is kind of boring though, right?
I like playing him. But yeah, he is a boring hero, but not every hero needs to be complicated like Meepo.
Do you think this Meepo ban is in response to the Pangolier ban? Or do you think it's because they're actually wanting to pick something else for themselves, or is it a respect?
If anyone's going to play Meepo, it's an SCA team for sure.
Could this be leading into an Ember Spirit pick? Well, like Meepo's banned out, so you can then more safely pick Ember.
Could be. It's like an okay Ember game.
Oh, this is some great team fights so far from Cignal, and what can you expect from a Southeast Asian team just wanting to constantly fight?
Yeah, I like this as well. Undying, definitely a position 5, but can play 5 with pretty much like no items. Just has Tranquil Boots and wards and a Quelling Blade, and he's set.
Yep.
You're happy with your lot in life at that point.
If you get a Buckler, you're like, man, I've made it,
Yeah. Buckler or Medallion. Oh boy, armor.
Ooh, we did it, boys. Do you think Tranquils is the way to go for him, or do you think Arcane Boots? Because you can build into the Greaves, right? Particularly against this lineup, right? If you get a really good game and you get Guardian Greaves, you're at least able to get rid of the Silencer Global and then drop your Tombstone if it gets gone on priority.
I just think items are so much worse on Undying than they are on any other hero that Signal's likely to have.
But it's still like an aura style thing, right? And it gives you mana back, and it's something that probably Sand King's going to go into it, but maybe not so much the Lina. Lina might opt to go into more of the pure right-click build. We see Lina's build into things like they get the Light Strike Array, then they get the Fiery Soul, they get a Blightstone, so they're able to just harass using her insane range.
The Arcane Boots can feel really good if you have cores on your team that need it, but I don't think Undying needs it for himself.
True.
Is my main point. Like, if you have somebody on your team that is absolutely desperate for you to buy Arcanes for them, like there are certain heroes like that. I feel like Slark is kind of one of them. Void. There are these cores that can actually stay on map way longer if they have just a little bit more help mono-wise. So
I'm still calling this Ember Spirit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Germany picking up the Shaker, going to leave their last overall pick for mid. They've got building taking, they've got team fight, they've got lockdown. I think they've got a lot of flexibility in terms of what they want to pick for the mid lane. Little bit surprised not to see like the OD banned out. I feel like we've seen that be a fairly successful answer to the Wraith King. But I guess they do have the Grimstroke Silence and the Silencer, so not the easiest OD game to play. They could also be thinking like, oh, well, if they OD, we're just going to Pugna or something like that.
Could work.
But
I mean, it kind of fits into the style of the Pugna for Cignal, right? Like, they're constantly wanting to take fights. They're just wanting a bit more of a push-oriented lineup. Undying and Sand King really don't do anything.
I was saying the other way around. I was thinking OD for Cignal.
Oh, and then for Germany. Right, got it.
Yeah.
But it works for both, I think.
I think it could be an option, yeah. The Pugna is actually so good with Grimstroke as well. The Decrepify plus
the
Phantom.
Oh,
no,
Phantom's Embrace.
The Phantom's Embrace, yeah.
Yeah, you just can't do anything. What can you do?
But Cignal, what are you thinking carry-wise for them? What looks like a good carry?
Jug? Yeah.
Troll.
Well, now you need to ban the OD, right?
Huh?
You have to ban the OD now if you're Cignal, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like, it'd rip through the Sand King, the Undying, and the Troll.
Yeah, they don't have very high int, and the lockdown is pretty annoying for the Troll. Your ulti just gets wasted. The Troll is a nice, strong laning hero. I feel like Cignal really just playing for their lanes more than anything. And this Shaker pick, I feel, could get a little bit punished. You're not always going to have the kind of game that we saw Awen have in our previous matchup. The Shaker, especially since it's pause 3 Shaker,
yeah,
I feel can sometimes take a little bit of time to come online and not have a huge impact in the early game. We'll see. Okay, yeah, so the OD bank comes out. Very good call.
Carry silencer, maybe?
Core or
happen.
mid silencer, yeah, maybe. DOTA band. So what, Germany want to pick some kind of an int mid, maybe? Something like how does a Lesh or a DP look for them? Cignal just go Kunkka. I kind of like the Death Prophet here.
Yeah, Death Prophet works pretty well for them. You're able to get the Soul Siphon off onto things like the Sand King, the Kunkka. They need to be quite close up to be doing things troll as well.
There is quite a bit of burst on Cignal is maybe the only concern, but you've got the Silencer to protect you and the Fisher from the Shaker, so...
10 seconds.
And even just drop the Inkswell onto the DP as well, so they can't just stay right on top of her face.
Razor could still be good, though. We called it out in the previous game, and this could be a really good Razor game. It's amazing against Troll and Kunkka. So...
Oh, the Roots would actually be good from the Troll against the Ember if they do end up going at those, so they need to be very mindful of that.
That's true. I think they will pick Razor, but we'll see. Axe!
Choose your heroes.
I called the Silencer carry, maybe?
Is it Silencer mid?
Could be.
What is going on here?
Well,
Germany.
Didn't Coupe play the mid?
Oh, wait, is it mid Shaker?
It could be.
Mid Shaker for Coupe? Is that a good matchup against Kunkka?
I mean, is this me in 2014 playing on my laptop in Sydney? Like, I was just like, give me the mid Shaker. I want the crit Shaker. No, you could, like, one-hit people, right? It's pretty fun.
It's true. It is fun.
Yeah. Especially now with the Ags. You can just chase people down. And
are they going to be picking that? Oh, it looks like they're playing mid Shaker here. I don't know what exactly the item build's going to be. So they want they wanted the Axe to, like, counterpick the Troll.
I guess.
I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to rush a Blade Mail if that's the case.
Yeah. Or even just to be able to dunk him.
You can dunk him, yes, but you also
he can just ult early.
Yeah. But if you get the call and then the Blade Mail off, then you're just going to bring himself low enough. You're going to be hitting hard enough, and I think they've got good enough follow up on that as well. You can put an Inkswell on top of that just to completely.
I'm still not impressed with Axe as a hero. I feel like this game I've got.
Do you think people are still picking him even despite the double Stout Shield nerf? Like, are they saying, oh, this could still work, but then not realizing that, oh, wait.
I think his, like, the back laning and stuff is still looking fine, but I just don't really believe in the hero as like scaling after that. The armor changes just destroyed him. Like, he just doesn't kill carries anymore. He's not an anti-carry in the same way that he used to be. Like, the fact that, at least for me, the big thing was looking at SCA qualifiers, Magnus was getting picked. We saw all of these, like, mag jug games and stuff like that, and yet Axe wasn't anywhere to be seen, and he wasn't good. So, and even when he was picked, he didn't look great. So, okay, Germany going for an early 5-man smoke here. Just gonna check out the high ground.
They've definitely got a kill lineup for this.
Yeah, they've got a ton of stuns. Wraith King leading the way, a little conga line going.
Catching the Undying. I mean, if you're
all right, he breaks the smoke. He's gonna run for it. Can they actually catch him? There's the Fisher. They've got range, but all right, there's the Fisher. They land the stun, just
got the damage.
Slowdown's coming in, but that's most of their lockdown, so.
Yeah, you'd be pretty happy at dodging that. Just a bit of a game score update. So Germany is sitting at 3-3 right now, and Cignal are 3-2 with Black Sheep also still to play. So this is very, very important for both of them.
Okay, so both of these teams pretty much need the win, right?
No offense against Black Sheep, but I'm just going to assume that they're going to lose to Cignal. So then both of the... No, Cignal would be on 4-2 and Germany would be on 3-3. So this makes it really important for Germany to take this one out.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this game could kind of be the decider. So we've already got... So Unicorn and Thunder Predator are already at 4 losses. So if we have another team with 4 losses...
If Cignal and CDEC win, or Germany win, then Unicorn and Thunder Predator are out, basically. So Unicorn and Thunder Predator are hoping that Cignal win.
Yeah. Okay,
We've got that back lane happening again.
Yeah, we were expecting it. I'm really curious to see how this mid lane ends up going. Lots of damage being done on the Silencer.
Man, that range is absolutely insane. The Lina being able to harass out the Silencer, using up a lot of his regen already. I think he's already actually popped a healing cell.
Undying is putting a lot of pressure on this Axe. He does have a lot of regen, but this is also a lot of damage to be taken.
To get away soon.
Axe likes you.
There's another decay coming up.
Do you think he's just trying to like get a double wave happening?
Maybe. Loses the salve pretty quickly.
Got 240 HP.
Yeah,
very careful.
There are a lot of stacks on him at this point.
He can't even afford to just stand and TP away.
No, I think he dies if he TPs at this point.
I think he dies regardless.
Is he at least going to connect the two waves together? It looks like he'll be fine. Grim's coming across to try and help out, but I don't think he can fight this Undying either, to be honest. And did he grab the next wave? Looks like Grimstroke grabbed it for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not the worst, but it's a lot of space being created as well for this Troll Warlord.
Yeah, he is farming pretty nicely.
I mean, 3 last hits versus 10. Yeah, it's going to come back when the axe does come back to the lane, but still. And there's that easy combo. Quickly bursting down this Wraith King. The slow might be just enough to get him away. No,
didn't even pop the stick charges.
A little bit greedy. I want to see, does this Lina have the Blightstone? She might. She's constantly being harassed out. I don't think Control even needs to be here. He should be happy just to go back to lane, get the easy farm when it comes under the tower, which it's getting close to. If you allow the Undying to get this, these couple of last hits.
So we do have the wrong name of the top of it. It's not Hippomaniacs. It is Cignal. The right flag, but the wrong... Is that the...
No?
It's just completely wrong?
Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that is the Philippine flag.
It looks similar to the Czech flag, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
anyway, Skabo juking through into the trees. Can they find him? Grims knows exactly where he is. Skabo gets brought down. Still only 4 CS on this axe.
Now, this mid lane's going even-ish. I feel like the Kunkka's going to just get stronger and stronger as the minutes tick on.
Yeah. The Wraith King getting gone on. It's going to be a lot of damage. He summons up the skeletons, trying to run his way out here. One more auto attack's going to do it. Ares does get that kill. And he's going to be able to walk out of there just fine.
Just that Tidebringer is going to just amplify the amount of damage that you're able to do this Shaker. Yeah, you're going to have more points in the Enchant Totem as well, but no, I feel like you're just able to farm as well as harass a lot easier with a Kunkka.
Yeah, the Kunkka doesn't even necessarily have to come up to the wave, right? You can just do an aggro trick, get one creep to walk towards you, and then cleave.
Yeah.
And then what? How are you harassing with the Shaker? Cube's hero, I mean, we haven't seen every single game that they've played, but his hero pool's been kind of weird this event.
Like, he went the mid-Pango, right?
The mid-Pango. Okay, Grimstroke trying to steal a wave here. They are desperately trying to catch this axe back up into the game, but Grims is all over them. 4-minute rune is going to spawn.
The DD's hit bot side of the map, so I think Kunkka might even catch him at the pass. No? Looks like they're pretty
Luft does double up the wave. Axe is coming over as well. But Grims is just punching him. Can they actually fight this Undying? All right, coming forward.
This could be the big turnaround.
Nice Inkswell, a lot of damage along with the Battle Hunger as well. Can he keep himself alive? Does get out the decay, but it's only onto 1. Couple more spins. Skabo looking for this kill, and Grims will be brought down. One more auto attack to do it. They will get it. Luft picking it up. And Axe getting a little bit more farm in the meantime.
Didn't try for the deny onto the creep wave. I guess thinking that, you know, he's used enough time. He'd much rather just be on full HP again, TP back out, and continue to make sure that this Troll Warlord's having a great
exit
game.
mid. Shaker going to take a little bit of damage. I don't think he's dead. Grims is back up here, spamming out those decays, putting pressure onto Luft. Do they have another Inkswell soon? He just gets nuked. Bounty rune's coming up. 2-man stun. Yeah, nice and easy. Bounty rune already picked up, and Cignal looking really good on the bounties. They are going to get all 4. In fact, Silencer still taking damage. He's got a 9 stick, but is it actually going to be enough to keep him alive? It won't. Ares has got it. Oh no, Matt. This is looking like...
I mean, Cignal will be very happy with how this early game has gone so far.
Yep, they're winning all 3 lanes.
Actually, nice little healing salve being popped off here. It's going to get off the majority of it.
It looks like a lot of healing because he's taken a lot of decay stacks, but can he actually get some kind of a turnaround here? Getting pretty lucky on the spins, given that it's only the range creep and the catapult, and he will actually find that secondary kill. Boats coming through over at mid. Trouble for the Kunkka. Can they finish this off?
Still got about 8 seconds until that Fisher, though, and he's got the full bottle charges.
He's ticking. Trade happens elsewhere.
Here's the bottle.
Shaker still chasing. Looks like Cube is closing ground on him a little bit. Sand King's low. Fisher catches both. Double kill for Luft. And now Cube looking for one more. This is going to be some int stolen for the Silencer. JMN.
I think maybe that was just a bit of miscommunication. The Sand King essentially leading him into the same sort of area.
Okay, well, they brought that back pretty nicely with 4 kills across the map in like less than a minute.
Still top 3 net worth, or close
Yeah.
enough, going the way of Cignal though.
And is this a really good Earthshaker game to your mind? Like, what's the point of the Shaker mid here? Is it an amazing Shaker game?
Maybe they just want to have a fun time, you know? that
It's a tournament, Matt.
I know.
The WCG Grand Final.
It is, but I don't know. Like this team seems like they're happy to do like the
Loof
wacky sorts of strats.
in some danger. Will not be able to break up this chain stun. The Fissure does help out though. Surviving a little bit longer. They need a cleave from this Kunkka, but he gets slowed down. Can he find it? The creep wave's not too far away. Look, just going to keep heading up the river, and Kupe turns it around with the Echo Slam, immediately killing off Grims. They do not quite land the Stroke of Fate onto the Kunkka. So,
I mean, that's why they picked the Earthshaker.
yeah.
Being
there
able
you
to
go.
turn around a fight like that. I don't know how effective it's going to be once they build up a bit more mobility on
It's going,
Cignal.
it's going Shadow Blade as well.
On the
Shaker.
Yeah. That was the old pub build.
Yeah, there you go.
It just means that it's similar to kind of like the Queen of Pain style. You know, you're able to rotate through towards another lane. You need that mobility to be able to do so.
Step lively
and,
now.
you
Your
know, just
admirals
that
on
instant
board.
pickup.
Lena getting stunned. Also slowed. Skeleton's not interested though. They're still heading over onto the Sand King. They do end up losing the Undying elsewhere, as now the boat is coming through onto the Axe, finishes him off. Milla's still fighting.
She blows.
Yeah, Kim Elizabeth. And there's still a battle over on that shrine. Luff's trying to get out of here. Troll's hunting
finally
for
come
him.
through.
Ink's going to do some decent damage. Troll just staying out of range, but does come
Walks
back in. Okay, it looks like Luft is dead, but he's going to make some more space for sure. Maybe throw out one more Stroke of Fate before he dies. Yeah, do some damage through the creep wave.
Step lively
That
now.
is going to be his killing spree handed over to Nando.
I think despite dying a fair few times, Grims has probably been the best player so far for both teams, just because of the amount of space that he's been able to create for this Undying. He's essentially not only taken the Axe away, but also the Grim Strike from a lot of
The Axe is not having a very fun time. It looks like Axe is just going to be brought down. Troll with the battle trance. Axe looks like he whiffed on the timing for the dunk. It's on cooldown. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Might have got baited by the stick charges or something. They are looking for this Troll Warlord kill. They get the slowdown, the stun. And this is going to be an easy kill. All right, nice.
Come to a man.
God, there's so much action this game. 18 kills in 9 minutes.
It was similar to this morning, right?
Yeah.
We were hearing about.
Yeah, they were telling us that that was a bloodbath.
I think
Fisher-
that was Germany Hippomaniacs that was this morning.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just thinking, oh, it's a similar style of game, you know?
Well, they're still ahead by 2K on the net worth on Hippomaniacs. Wraith King still farming towards the Midas. Do you like the choice?
I hate Midas as an item, honestly. I think there are very few heroes where it benefits. OD
Are
is
Wraith
one.
King and Lifestealer on that list?
Lifestealer is, Wraith King is not.
Wraith King is not.
I've
honestly, I think that the Wraith King Midas Radiance build has looked pretty good when it goes, but only when he goes relatively unpunished and gets it at a pretty good timing.
Hasn't really been happening this game, though.
No, not the case. He's getting pressured for sure. Kunkka, haven't seen the item build for him just yet. Scabo still trying to backlane, but does not look like a Blink Dagger is going to be coming up anytime soon. Can he dunk this Courier? I think he might be able to. No, can't
This
quite get
Kunkka
it.
trying to contest that on his own. You've got the Lena rotating through now, but Dev's going to be enough.
Oh, Maurice
Might be.
trying to keep him alive. Doesn't have a whole lot more mana. Stun coming out from the Wraith King. They're splitting their targets. They can't quite decide who they want. And he will be able to get away. This Lena has 1,700 gold in the bank.
Yep. I mean, with the Kunkka nearly dying there, I thought he was doing the right thing by actually rotating through the jungle, allowing the Lena to get some farm in the mid lane. You know, he stayed there for a good minute or so. So that's the reason why he's level 6 pre-tomes actually coming out. But Kunkka just nearly going down as he went for that bounty rune. Maybe just a little bit too aggressive. Because they had the... No, they didn't have the vision, sorry. That's the Radiant Vision that they've got there above the Dire bounty rune.
Ooh, Troll is just rushing. Man, the Wraith King might actually be in a pretty tough spot this game. Troll's rushing up the Diffusal Blade. So if Wraith King gets locked onto, then might not be able to get his ultimate off. Wraith King, in fact, hasn't even skilled ulti yet.
Has he got the point in the bank, though?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. I'm just judging by the gem up the top.
Yeah. Grimstroke didn't opt to go for the Soul Bind, which is a little bit odd, I would think. Especially if he's going to be hanging around. Well, I guess he's a little bit away.
They don't have a ton of synergy for it, right? It's pretty much just the Wraith King
and Battle
stun.
Hunger.
Wraith King stun, Battle Hunger, last word. Dunk. Sure. Extremely.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would sound like, the double dunk.
The double dunk. I'm sure it'd be hype.
Your eardrums just explode.
Well, Coupe is still trying to farm this Shadow Blade. The Sand King does have a Veil picked up. Pretty nice game for Veil, to be honest. They've got a lot of magical damage on their team.
Silencer just took the bounty rune when Coupe's got an empty bottle. I don't know about that, but
that's...
Again, like, they probably, these guys don't live in a team house together, so they don't have that same level of understanding. That smoke
That's
actually
true.
being popped.
The
Nice
teams that we've
positioning
seen be successful are the ones that are actual teams.
Taiju, again, you know, we saw his positioning for that first blood, making sure he was right at the top of the stairs there as that smoke came out from all of Team Germany, and again, just being in the perfect position to stop any sort of aggression coming through.
Axe at least getting closer to the blink, but not quite there.
gold.
Kunkka has an S and Y queued up. I don't know if he's actually going to get the full S and Y or if this is going to be
Halberd.
I guess there's not that much incentive to go Halberd this game necessarily.
Yeah, not really.
Like Wraith King's going to be Radiance and Skeleton damage mostly. Shaker is like he's going to do some auto attacking, but the mischance isn't going to matter.
Yeah.
So well, we'll see if he
Radiant's
sticks with
bottom
it.
tower is under
Level
attack.
8, it still hasn't leveled up anything.
They want this Troll Warlord. They got a little bit of lockdown, so they should have the damage. He does have the ultimate available, but they pop the global as well, just thinking that there might be heroes behind him.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
Nando
attack.
does get brought
greatest
down.
division on the top side. You know you've got 2 or 3 heroes attacking that top, but they didn't know exactly where this, I want to say the Sand King was, so maybe just thinking that he could have rotated through and turned things around.
No. But still big commitment, and now they're going to lose their top tier 1 tower as the trade, so
Radiant's top
Nando's still
tower
kind of making some space for his team. Not ideal that he goes down like that, but let's see if Germany can get anything else. Unfortunately, the Wraith King skeletons are just taking a little tour through the jungle, so looks like they are not going to be useful for any kind of a push. And that's a lot of these games that we've been seeing in this tournament have been one-sided, especially when it comes to the towers. Like one team having all the tier 1s down while the enemy team has 0 or 1 tier 1s taken.
I mean, I don't think that's... It depends what you classify skill as, right? Like, being able to make the right calls at the right time is a big portion of skill, but I think if, for example, in the previous game, Hippomaniacs chose to go for more towers, they probably could have taken them. They were just like, no, we want to fight. It just didn't turn out for them. Coupe is getting first use of that Shadow Blade.
Yep. Coupe is going to be looking for something. He's running straight into a Sentry Ward, though. Going to get slowed down. Shadow Blade going to run out soon. Kunkka's also looking for him. They've got the X mark to spot. This is looking like a terrible way for a fight to start for Germany as they work down the Earthshaker first. Laguna Blade going to slice Axe. And that is going to be Cignal. They had the complete read on that fight.
Luckily enough, the Wraith King is able to get away. Stun could have caught him out, but just tricks behind the trees enabling that escape.
Triple kill for Kim Elizabeth. They were all over that. Okay, Wraith King does go for the Midas, not going to be going for the Radiance, is coming back for the Armlet now.
Well, the Armlet does make the Halberd purchase a lot more incentivized, but I think I actually just saw him finish up the Yasha, and that's what's coming up onto him.
Have you ever seen an S and Y on a Kunkka?
I have never seen it in my life, man. I'm a little confused.
Oh, nice stun, gets himself out of range, and now here comes the turnaround. Still going to be looking for this lift kill. They do drop the double dunk. Can they actually finish this off? That's dunk number 1. Dunk number 2 from Scabo.
Not needed. They just had the spin at the end.
But Coupe getting locked down. Now they're looking for it. Global Silence not going to keep him alive.
The SNY, could it be doing it?
Yeah, Kunkka just going to keep on fighting. Scabo's in the tree line. Can they actually bring down this Kunkka? He's pretty damn tanky. Got the phase boots as well. Body blocked up from Scabo. Looking for the Torrent. Locks down the Wraith King, but there should be another call soon. And there is. Locking him down. And Axe will put him in the grave.
Nando the whole time, though, pushing down, especially with this C3.
But is he going to get away with this? Lift is going to come looking for him. Lift gets popped. Lift does get the stun out, but Nobody else really in the area. Can they actually finish out this kill? Looks like they won't be able to. Troll doesn't quite have the mana for the ultimate, but they don't even need it. Soulbind comes out, but no one else here to help out Lux. Looks like they should all escape.
Not too sure about that. They're TPing straight away as soon as they realize it's coming through, and it's off successful. And here we go. The Blink Dagger picked up both by the Axe and the Sand King. So one on each side. Wonder how that'll make the next team fights go about. How's this mid tier 1 tower's HP going? Getting very, very low as well.
Yeah.
So Coupe making sure that that vital piece of information, map control for their team, stays intact.
All the fighting's still pretty much happening on the Germany side of the map, which is a little bit concerning, I would say. Axe has caught up nicely. I like that he's closed the net worth gap on the Sand King. That's certainly a big plus for Team Germany, but we'll have to see what they can do with their double initiators here.
Defusal on the Troll, maybe just trying to stop. Who are they trying to stop from running away? Wraith King, I guess?
Yeah, it's really good against Wraith King.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's the best fighting build, and they do really have a strong fighting lineup on Cignal. So.
Yep, 28 kills in 18, 17 minutes will do that.
Yep.
Looks like they're rotating straight through to Roche. That's the Troll just right-clicking away on it. Undying again, his positioning. Looking to break any sort of smoke initiation, puts up a really deep ward there.
Yeah, they also scan the high ground, so
Dire's bottom tower
they know what's going on. They know that they're kind of in the neighborhood, and they will just back off, go and shove some lanes instead.
I wonder how low Roche actually got. I think he could have easily taken it. Just looking to maybe put some pressure onto this Grimstroke up the top. Quickly pick him up. No, just happy to continue the farming. I mean, it's been working well for him so far. He's sitting about 1.5k net worth ahead of his compatriot in the Wraith King, or counterpart rather.
Man, they really want to make use of this Axe Blink, but they don't have the map control to actually run in and go and find anything. So instead, they're just going to have to try and go for this tier 1 tower first.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Just take up more map control. It's the first tier 1 tower that they're going to be able to take down. It's a nice little injection of gold as well for this Wraith King, and he himself is getting closer to his Blink Dagger, only about 150 gold away at this point.
Yeah. And once they have that, that should certainly help with some of these initiations. The other really nice thing is that they can use the blinks and then cover it with the global silence.
Yeah, and I think...
Okay, not quite a Fisher block. Tombstone up on the high ground. Grimm's is challenging them to a fight, and they are not going to accept.
I like that. Just realizing that we can just wait out the duration of the Tombstone, then reinitiate after that. I think the big bonus of having this Blink Dagger up on the Wraith King is that you can use it to initiate and then have the counter initiation come through the Axe and the...
They found the Lina over in the trees. They're going to get the call. Can they actually save the Lina? They're going to look for the jump in with the Sand King, but the Global comes out. He's doing the epicenter damage, but he couldn't get the stun lockdown. Axe still looking for Lina, but won't quite find the kill. Undying getting focused. Grims will be the first one to fall, but the Axe also dying on the other side of the fight as he gets caught by the Laguna. Wraith King, life number 1. That's trouble. Is there going to be an X marks the spot? They're looking for a little bit more. They've got the vision. Should have the Torrent follow-up along with the boat, along with the Lina stun. No way out for your Wraith King as they even chase a little bit further, looking for more, and very successful fight for the Filipino side.
Now, I know Arwen played like a god last game.
Yes.
But at 16 minutes, he had his Aghanims. And I believe he's only got the point booster right now on this mid shaker. So
I mean, he went Shadowblade first.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it's really a fair comparison.
Like one extra item, it should help him get kills. It hasn't really, other than dying in that mid-team fight.
Radiant's top
Blink
tower
call.
is under attack.
A little bit of control. But
and as a mid laner against versus a position 3 as well,
That's
you would
true.
have to think that he would get more of a bump right.
did Cignal just... Okay, they got at least 3 bouncer ins there. So net worth lead continuing to grow as Kunkka almost has the BKB completed.
They keep having these small little initiatives onto Roshan and then backing off. That's twice now that Nando's done it. Maybe they're trying to bait something in. Who knows? But surely that could be time more well spent just farming away.
They don't have too many other objectives that they can take at this point. There's only the one outer tower remaining for the Radiant side. So I think also they're just doing it to force Germany to come and push them away. Yeah. Oh, Scabo. Alright, he's got the TP scroll, but it's on cooldown for 25 seconds. If Troll finds him, he's looking in these trees. I think he may have just spotted him, gets the auto attack off. Axe, can he juke his way through? He doesn't have a Quelling Blade or anything. Battle Trance instantly getting popped, and
This is his axe.
Axe dies in a flurry of blows.
So he's got the Vanguard, and he's choosing next to go into the Blade Mail.
Haste.
I know we said that was very important previously, but now that you've already built the Vanguard, is it not more worthwhile to
Oh,
get something?
they're going for the back line first. Jump in, Epi, not going to do any damage as they do get the blink back. Looking for the Grimstroke. Do they have that last little bit of damage to kill him off in the river? Looks like they do, just with the auto attacks.
Radiant's top
And they're
tower
now
is
chasing
under
for a
attack.
bit more. Why are they outside of the base here with their Axe dead? They're just getting caught. Slowed down is the Wraith King.
Run out of mana.
Blink Bird doesn't have any mana left. Ultimate not going to help him. Couldn't get the stick charges off either. And that is Reese picking up a
Dire's
double
bottom
kill.
tower is under attack.
It's so hard to get, like, even with the perfect timing, that
Radiant's
doesn't help
top
you,
tower
right?
is under attack.
Because he had
Yeah.
full 10 charges on the stick, rather. But you're just going to burn it anyway straight away with the diffuser.
And now Troll already has an S&Y, so he's getting pretty tanky, looking towards the Satanic next. They finally head into the Roshan pit. Looks like this time around they should be able to finish it off. And Team Germany just going to have to wait around for their respawns. It was interesting. In the China qualifiers, some teams picked the Wraith King, lost with it, and stopped believing in it. Other teams were still willing to keep going for it, and it seemed like different teams had a different understanding of when it was appropriate to pick Wraith King. I think some teams got into the mindset of, yeah, we can just pick Wraith King every game. We're going to get away with him no matter what. And then we started seeing him get punished in lane. We started seeing him get punished in the overall game context.
I don't think it's the issue of the Wraith King, though. I think him in itself is fine. Oh, Silencer getting gone on a little bit here.
Kunkka, solo kill on the mid lane.
I think it's really more about some of the other heroes. You know, I agree with you more that Axe is not as much of a hero as he should be. You know, when you compare it to the impact that the Sand King is having, what's the Axe really done? You know?
That's very true. It's he backlaned a little bit, but that was mostly a trade. He got a slow blink.
Yeah,
doesn't really farm after that point.
he backlaned and forced the Grimstroke to come through and help him because the Undying was
That's
nullifying
true.
his
Normally
effect.
the advantage of the backlaning is that your other support is completely free to go and influence one of the other lanes. Not so.
And that was their last
this
pick as
game.
well. So, like,
That's true. Yeah.
they could have shaped this anyway. They knew they had an Undying that was
if
likely
they
going to
thought
be
they had a good mid pick, then they could have put the Shaker off lane.
Invisibility.
And then they could have had the game-winning hero in the hands of Cupid, but yeah, that's actually a very good point about the fact that they picked it super late. Oh, they want this kill on the Sand King. They're going to jump in, go for it, call lots of lockdown. I don't see any way out for Van here. He gets brought
Still
down, but
looking to go in on
Kunkka's
this Conquer.
yeah, Kunkka's looking for a turnaround. He gets the torrent, gets the vision actually.
Got Lina coming in to follow up, but no one else.
Yep.
At least not for a little while.
Boat lands. Global Silence trying to keep this Shaker alive. We'll be going for the TP out. And nothing that they could do. Actually, Stun going to catch. The Lina will come in here and find Luft. Should know that his TP was cancelled. Grim's also looking to cut off the other way as we have another nice stun landing. Troll Warlord just going to find the Axe in the back lines and makes extremely quick work of Skabo. Thought he'd escaped from that top lane, but Troll was just waiting for him.
And they're just playing a little bit scared as well on Team Germany. Like, they had a 3v1 situation there with a Conquer going in on his own, but they were still hesitant to turn around and try and fight him. Yeah, he's got the BKB, and yeah, the Lina was eventually coming along with the
Radiant's
Undying,
top
but they
tower is
weren't
under
going to get
attack.
there for a good 10 seconds or so. That's enough time to be able to burst him down.
Radiant's
It
top
just feels like
tower
Team
has
Germany are
fallen.
being outmaneuvered. At this point, Cignal have a pretty big farm lead as well, so that's starting to
Radiant's
factor in,
top
but
tower is under attack.
every single time some kind of a play has happened on the map, it just feels like Cignal are always getting more out. Even if Germany are killing somebody, they're taking a tower, or they're getting more farm.
Here we go. They could be trying to do something here. No, just having to throw the Fisher, not having any follow-up to be able to counter on this. Here we go. The initiation coming through from the Wraith King
The
first.
Troll Warlord just going to pop the Satanic, goes in,
There's the follow-up.
the boat coming through, not
Difference, right? Like, if you're going to go something like an Earthshaker, you need to be the one that initiates the team fights or at least jumps in on the back line.
Radiant's top tower
With a
is
Shadowblade, you
fallen.
can't do that because Cignal are good enough
Radiant's
to
middle
have the
barracks are
sentries
under
down and reveal any sort of backline pressure that's coming through. And then we saw he did nothing. He threw out a Fissure in the team fight and died before he could get off any sort of Echo Slam. He didn't have the Aghanims, he doesn't have the Blink Dagger, so you can't initiate. And the whole time, the Conker's just sitting on the front lines, hitting the towers, having constant presence, picking off the other more squishy heroes on the team, and it's like having one hero versus no heroes, and it's resulting in Mega Creeps at 27 minutes.
Yep. They're going to go for one last fight here, but Troll's still pretty strong in the front lines. They've got another boat. They do pop the global, but BKB coming out from the Kunkka. They're looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Troll now popping the Battle Trance, just healing up off the Wraith King. Boat coming through. They bring down the Axe. They've got the Epicenter in the back lines. QWE going to work, and that will be it. Germany calling the GG. Cignal ending their group stage with a 4-3 record now. Germany going to be sent down to
4-2. I'm not sure the result on Black Sheep.
Oh, right.
Play them, I believe.
That's
But it's still going to be a pretty good result for them, at least tying with Hippomaniac. Cignal can be guaranteed of that, and might even be 5-2 if they're able to get past Black Sheep.
Okay, yeah, so still a couple of different tiebreaker scenarios there.
Yep.
Felt like a pretty straightforward game from Cignal. I'm still...
The draft was whack. You have to say.
I don't like the Axe.
The Axe
I'm still,
and the Mid-Shaker.
I'm not about... Okay, here's the thing. I'm not about core Axe. Position 5 Axe, I'm about that life. But
maybe I need to spam that. Maybe that's my next Diamond, Platinum Hero, whatever you want to call it. Master tier, that's what it's called.
He's got so much move speed now. Battle Hunger is such a good ability.
It was always a good ability as soon as it got that move speed buff to it.
Yeah, for sure. There's a guy in like NA pubs who's like top 300 or something. He just spams position 5 Axe.
All right.
He's only just barely got above a 50% win rate with it though. So take that with a grain of
how
salt.
does that work?
He's gonna get. Here's the thing. Axe is still good. He's not good. He's gonna get some more buffs. And
After TI.
Probably after TI.
Yeah.
Who knows? We're probably done with like sub patches before TI, huh?
Nah.
There's no more events to really like balance around.
Yeah. Other than Child Invoker Persona, that's the only patch that's actually going to be coming out, right?
Yeah.
Which should be
And
today.
Immortal 3. We need Immortal 3.
And we need Immortal 3. And Luck Phase?
That's with TI normally though, because those are like on the TI codes.
Yeah, true.
Or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah. No, it's been a good couple of days here in the round robin stages, and exciting stuff. And I mean, it means that we're probably going to be wrapping up and going to our knockout stages tomorrow in best of threes. So first playing fourth, second playing third. We'll be casting 2 best of threes tomorrow. So make sure to catch us then.
Yep. And now we're gonna head to a break.